And obviously, everyone's been talking about in the last few days Neera Tanden, Biden's nomination for Office of Management and Budget. Quite the controversial pick. I don't know why the hell Joe Biden decided.
Did you see the fucking head of the Justice Democrats went on and went to bat for Neera Tanden? What the fuck?
Yeah, I can try to find that.
I couldn't believe my ears.
Yeah, it's crazy. The Justice Democrats has fallen very, very far from where it once was, or at least what the original idea for it once was. I remember when they rolled that out, and it was the idea was a hostile takeover of the Democratic Party, not cozying up to some of its worst actors. And I can play this clip because this is, I think, worth watching just to really demonstrate if anyone's not aware of where the Justice Democrats is.
Breaking news for you now. Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia just announced that he will vote against President Biden's pick to lead the Office of Management and Budget, Neera Tanden, putting her nomination in jeopardy. Manchin saying in a statement, in part, quote, "I have carefully reviewed Neera Tanden's public statements and tweets that were personally directed towards my colleagues on both sides of the aisle, from Senator Bernie Sanders to Senator Mitch McConnell and others. I believe her overtly partisan statements will have a toxic and detrimental impact on the important working relationship between members of Congress and the next director of the Office of Management and Budget." Let's bring in our panel. Alexandra Rojas, this would be Biden's first defeat, and obviously a defeat for Neera Tanden personally because of a bunch of tweets she's done that were rather harsh.
Yeah, and I mean, there's public record of those tweets, but the reality is I think that Joe Manchin is the one being divisive right now. We are in the middle of a public pandemic. Joe Biden was just elected by a huge mandate by the American people. We have to deliver as Democrats, and we need people in positions of power who are ready and prepared to go big in this moment and not leave anyone behind. The mentality has got to be of the Democratic Party especially, but any elected official, that we have to move quickly to save as many lives as possible. And I would also point out that he had no problem voting to confirm other appointments of clearly partisan members when it was the previous Republican administration. There should be no, I think, opposition to some, folks that are being proposed by the Biden administration who have, clearly are ready to do the work and are ready to get the job done, and they feel are the best prepared to do it.
Again, the Justice Democrats was literally created to primary people that have the same ideology as Neera Tanden, the same neoliberalism that's infected their so-called democratic values. So it's so bizarre that the executive director of Justice Democrats would go out there and try to attack the notion of not wanting Neera Tanden to be the Office of Management and Budget, directly overseeing Bernie Sanders. So I think it's just crazy.
It's just crazy, cognitive gymnastics. I don't know why I just dropped out of the show and then came back on.
Yeah, I was trying to remove the video and accidentally removed you. Sorry, dude.
Damn, fucking harsh. But anyway, no. Yeah, that's why I brought up Kyle Kulinski earlier, and I was wondering what his reaction is to this, because I would be so fucking pissed off. Yeah. If I founded something on the principles, and to be fair, he ended up going to bad, he ended up making it with maybe not the best people ever, fucking Cenk Uygur, and I don't know who else was involved, but his fucking intentions were pure, I know.
Yeah.
And the fact that without him there, now it seems like it was almost inevitable that whatever reason they would have made it for, would have had for him to leave, but it's you wouldn't even want your name on that anymore. Yeah. You wouldn't even want to be associated with that. Neera Tanden is the opposite. Neera Tanden is damn near Joe Manchin from a policy perspective, right? Hillary Clinton and Joe Manchin agree on a lot. And what has Neera Tanden been but a fucking henchman for Hillary Clinton her whole fucking career, or any Clintonian, right? Figure, right? That's all CPAC was. And that's she literally, this woman. They used to have Think Progress, which was the a magazine outlet for Center for American Progress. Just shut the whole thing down to fucking fire a bunch of union workers. Brought the whole thing back up 3 days later. Union workers or non-union workers, excuse me, the second time around.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Union buster. What the fuck?
I do think it's true that many people have made this point that it's not exactly Neera Tanden's tweets that is what should be disqualifying her. Although she has been extremely antagonistic towards the left, and many of her no, I guess they're not her colleagues because she's not, been elected to this position and probably won't now. But, people in the Senate like Bernie Sanders, she smeared him viciously and often just completely devoid of any reality or fact, just, senseless, baseless smears. So, I'm definitely not upset that she's probably not going to get confirmed thanks to Joe Manchin. And there's something that I want to say about that, which is that when it comes to politics, I do believe that a friend of or an enemy of your enemy is your friend, right? You need to work with whoever you can to get what you need done. Politics is a vicious game. It's not a polite civics lesson or whatever. It's and that's why I said that we got to give credit to people like Josh Hawley when he was trying to fight with Bernie for the $2,000 checks. The end result is all that really matters. And if Joe Manchin has some stupid reason for not wanting to, vote to confirm Tanden, I don't really care what his reason is, as long as the end result is Tanden not getting that position, because it really is crucial in my opinion. And also, the point has also been made, but God, like, why can't Bernie have more of a backbone?
Right. Joe Biden took a shit in his lunchbox, told him to eat, and now it is like, oh yeah, by the way, you're not getting the fucking $15 minimum wage also. So it's like the fucking Neera Tanden thing was intentionally meant to spite Sanders. She has no experience as a fucking lead of a budget. She was tweeting for a living. Fuck.